Hello, my posse. Hello, all my new subscribers. Thank you so very much for coming into my living room today and sitting around and taking the time to watch my video today. Today, it's going to be pretty quick. It's going to be pretty quick. We're going to talk about concealers for matured skin. So if you're interested in that, hang on for a few minutes. We'll be right back. In the meantime, let me show you right here how many concealers that I actually have at the moment. I have had more. So yeah, I think of all the money that I have spent / wasted on makeups and various things, I think probably concealers would be right about at the top of my list. Without a doubt, they would be on the top of my list. I think I've just been a crazy nut for concealers. You know, I always joke that I was a raccoon before, but it's true. But I think because my circles on my eyes have always been really dark, very, very hard to cover. I mean, outside of flat white paint, maybe that would cover it. I haven't tried flat white paint, but I think it's the only cover up for dark circles. But I think that's been my thing. And, you know, there's so many on the market and there's so many that you see reviewed, and it's like so hard to determine which concealer is right for you. I mean, I'm a victim of seeing people on here and thinking, oh boy, that looks really creamy on them. I go and buy it. And, you know, the best thing to do, of course, when you go out is to try the concealers on to make sure that they cover and that they kind of blend with your unique skin type. And sometimes that's not as easy as it sounds. Hold on, I think I'm wonky here. But it's not really as easy to do, because when you're on at the store and you're looking for a concealer and they say, oh, here, try it on. Well, 9 chances out of 10, when you're out shopping, you have your makeup on and you already have your concealer on. At least I do. And so you have the option of being in Ulta's or wherever you are, Sephora, and trying this concealer on, which is what you're really supposed to do. You're supposed to, you know, try it on. But you're usually trying it on over top of your other makeup, because who wants to wash their eyes all off and the eye cream that you have on? So you try it on over top of what you already have. And sometimes you're in the store and you go, oh yeah, that's creamy. I really like that. Then you get home, you wash your face, you put it on the next day, you leave it on that day and you go, that doesn't look like it looked in the store. At least for me, that's what happens. Then of course, if you're in, you know, Walmart or CVS or wherever you go, they don't have testers there for you to try on concealer. So it's kind of like a hit and miss of things that you just accumulate. And these are just a few that I have accumulated, as you saw in the video. And I've kind of narrowed it down to some. Now, you know, everybody's skin type is unique and everybody's skin type is different. You can see 100 different videos of creators that do concealers, and most of the time they look beautiful on them. But you know, you've got to think about, you know, how your skin type is going to react. Not all of us know, you know, how concealers are going to react. I mean, we have to put our eye cream on, which is imperative to put on under concealers. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into concealers. It isn't just putting it on with a, you know, beauty blender brush and calling it a day. I mean, you could be allergic to it, you could be dry, you could be oily, it could crease, it could cake. I mean, there's just so many factors to take in with concealers. The main thing that I want a concealer for, I like to the lightness under my eye. I just do. But I also want to cover my dark circles and imperfections, and I sure don't want it to stick in my cracks. My fine lines. And that is the problem that a lot of them have after periodically throughout the day. They just cake up and you find yourself smiling, and if you wear glasses, you can see all the, you know, wrinkles, and it catches in your wrinkles. And it's just a big to-do. A concealer is a big to-do. It's just, it really is, more so than foundation. And I've tried so many of them, and this one here I did a review on. This one here is Believe. And the other thing too, you know, there's so many colors, and you look in the drugstore and you pick them out, and you know, and then you can see the ingredients. I've told you this before, gals. I don't look at ingredients. I couldn't tell you, even if I looked at the ingredients, I couldn't tell you what they are. I couldn't tell you the component of it. I couldn't tell you what it's going to do for me until I went home and tried it on. And that's where the issue lies. And the Believe Concealer, you know, is pretty, I do it on my veins because I have really heavy veins on my hand. And the Believe Concealer, I was pretty impressed with the coverage on it. Now, to me, it's doable. I like it. It gets a little tacky, and it gets a little tacky a little bit under your eyes as the day progresses. So I will use this. I probably won't rebuy this again, but I will use it. It's good. And if your skin is, you know, you reach a certain age, you know, 70 and older, that's me, as you know. And if you're just watching me for the first time, hi, welcome. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell. We'd love to have you here. But if you're watching me for the first time, I am 77. So I think your whole, you know, the dryness and everything under your eyes just seems to like hit overnight. I think when you're in your 40s and you see makeup creators on here doing it, and they're in their 40s, 50s, even early 60s, you can get away with a little different texture of concealers than you can when you're in your late 60s and 70s. Your eyes just really reveal sometimes your age. You just get really dry around the eyes. And you know, I really take care of my eyes. I have my special certain eye creams that I use, and I always use it under, you know, and then some days you can put on a concealer and it really looks great, and then maybe the next couple of days it doesn't look so great. I think your eyes just, you know, maybe you lack of sleep, maybe you didn't drink enough water, maybe you had a drink, if you have alcohol, if you have a cocktail. To me, it goes to your eyes, it dries them out, it makes them puffy. If you have a puffy, it makes a big difference in how your concealers react. That's why I keep a couple of different ones, because I don't know how I'm going to wake up in the morning and how my eyes are going to be. If I need more moisture, if I need less moisture, never too much less moisture. And I apologize if I'm not looking in the camera. I got a new iPhone camera, which is what I shoot on, and I don't know where the camera is because there's no spot. I don't know what side it is. I think I'm looking right. It's over here. If I do this back and I'm not looking at you, I'm sorry. So anyway, Believe is okay. It's not bad. I probably wouldn't purchase it again, but I do like it for $1. It's from the Dollar Tree, so that's pretty good. The Sephora was always kind of one of my favorites, and again, you know, colors. It's very different colors for different people, which makes a really big difference. But it's really, you can see on my veins here, it's really creamy. Sephora was a good one for me. I still go back to Sephora. I don't think the coverage, it's creamy, it stays on. I don't think the coverage is as much as I need for my eyes. And I'll tell you what I have under my eyes right now. But Sephora is pretty decent. I bought the L'Oreal Infallible, and I am a L'Oreal fan. I found this after a while to be extremely drying, very drying under these mature eyes. Maybe if you're 40, 50, you'll find this to be good. It's process of elimination, but I don't like the texture of it. I don't like the feel of it. It's kind of tacky, and it gets tacky under your eyes also. So me and Infallible Wear from L'Oreal, I'm not a fan of. I may use it like to, go to the mailbox or something. I mean, I keep them, I have them for backups. Will I buy this again? Absolutely not. No, I won't. The other one is one of my favorites that I did a review on this one. I think I did a Get Ready With Me Milani. This was like a shocker to me, a real shocker to me. This Milani is a Conceal Perfect Long Wear Concealer. This color is 135, which is medium beige or beige moyen. And I was pleasantly surprised at the texture and the coverage of, let's do a vein. I don't have any age spots, so I can't cover those. I was really surprised at how good a coverage the Melania is. I always want to say Melania, but the Melania is, and that is what I have on today. When I take off my glasses, it looks like I have a lot on, and I probably do, and I don't care because I love it. But the Melania, I found, stays on for mature skin. You're kind of in the middle, of your combination oily, dry skin. My eyes are probably the worst part of my whole wrinkling or dryness to my face is under my eyes. And I find this to really stay on. It's got a lot of moisture in it, and it really stays on. I put a little bit of powder under my eyes, very, very lightly, and it really I don't have to touch up this all day. So this here is one of my two favorite concealers. I love that. The other one that I bought that they talked me into, this is one at Ulta's that I tried on in the store, and I thought, oh, I love this. This for mature eyes is NARS, and you'll probably see a lot of people that have done it, review on it. NARS and me, there's not enough coverage in NARS to me. It's moisturizing, it's not drying, but there's not enough coverage in it for me, and it doesn't stay on all day like I like it, no matter what I do. I've tried it with the, you can take some concealer under your eyes. You can take a little bit of setting spray and tap a little bit of setting spray underneath, pat it on your eye, and wait for that to dry really good and try the powder over it. And that really helps it to stay on all day. But I just didn't like that. That one's just kind of stuck in my cracks, in my wrinkles. I shouldn't say cracks. Somebody said I shouldn't say cracks. And the other one, which really got a lot of hype on here, is CoverGirl Outlast. And I did do this one a lot, and I really liked this for a long time. And then I don't know what happened, but my eyes got dried out too much. I don't know. I use it. It's a little bit, as you can see, more runny than I like, which indicates to me that it's not going to be enough coverage. I mean, it's not bad if you tap it on. Let's put it on a vein. If you tap it on and let it dry, put another coat on, it'll be okay. This one here got a lot of hype. After about a week of wearing it, something happened, and I just didn't find that it covered well enough. So that one, I won't purchase that one again. I mean, mature eyes are one in a kind. They're unique, and you have to really know the texture of your eyes underneath. You have to know that you moisturize them the best you can. You have to know for a fact too if you're allergic to anything, because that is key. If you're allergic to something, that's my key. And sometimes too, when you try things on at the store, you don't know if you're allergic to it maybe until you buy it and bring it home, and then maybe a couple days later your eyes are itch or they'll swell or something. And I'm telling you, 9 chances out of 10 you won't take it back. I mean, you'll just go, oh, you just put it in your drawer, another one bites the dust, and you won't take it back. And I think that they're counting on you not to take it back. Most places will take back your makeup, and if you go back within a certain amount of time. But I don't know, we just don't always do that. We just don't. Anyway, the other one, this NYK professional one, it's like a cream base. I've seen a lot of YouTube creators talk about this one. It's a little too greasy for me. It does not, I don't find that it covers very good. And that's my biggest thing, is coverage. It's a little too oily for my skin. It doesn't do the job. And the other one that's horrible, and they're guaranteed not to stick in your fine lines, is MAC. And this one here was the MAC Pro or something. And this is a you know, it's in a little cake kind of formula. And this one to me, I have too much on. This one to me just is very, very, it goes on your eye. It covers decently, but it just dries out in the day. It's for mature eyes. I mean, I'm talking like 70 now here and older. And I would think even 60 plus older when you really start drying out. And then you wear glasses, so you really have to watch. This is like a no. Don't waste your money. It's not cheap either. And this one here got a lot of hype at the beginning, and I saw some creators do it, and I thought, oh, this sounds good. This was the Revlon, no, I'm sorry. This is Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. And I've actually bought it in a couple of different colors, because one was, I thought, well, I bought it too light, and I thought, well, that one's just, you know, maybe because it's too light. I like the applicator on it, but I don't want to mess up what I have on. But, and anyway, it won't even work because I already have my stuff on. But it's light. I mean, there's rave reviews about it. It's staying on all day. Yeah, I don't know. For my eyes and my mature eyes, it's too drying on all day. I find myself wanting to touch up. If I have to touch up anything during the day, it's not for me. I mean, I'm one of those people that I get made up in the day, and I stay this way. If I have to look in the mirror and I have to primp all day, or I have to cover up this, I mean, yeah, I'll put lipstick on. Well, not so much now with the masks. We don't put lipstick on. But if I have to touch up every day, you know, throughout the day, if I have to put more, you know, highlighter on or more blush, well, sometimes I put on blush. I don't know, my hair is crooked here. Sometimes I put on blush because, you know, I'm a blush girl too. So I didn't really like this. I found this for me at 70 plus drying for my eyes. I mean, that's where I'm at, girls. It's just all about your age and underneath your eye and the skin and the texture. You know, we're all, like I say, unique in our own way. And you just got to know what works and what don't. And I find that if I put it on and I'm finding myself looking in the mirror and it's not there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't do it. I don't use it again. It has to stay on all day. And this one here is one that my daughter loves. And I know there's a lot of people on here who love this. I am not a fan of Bye Bye. Bye Bye Under Eye is Bye Bye to me. My daughter, she absolutely won't use anything else. But my daughter wears the same mascara that she wore in high school, and she's like 43. She doesn't change. She just sticks with what she likes, so that's it. And I guess that's fine. But Bye Bye, I found for my eyes, it's very tacky. I don't like the feel of it for me. I just got under my eyes and I was like, it was tacky. I felt like my bottom lashes were gonna stick to it. But it's very tacky. I didn't find the coverage to be phenomenal for the price. So I won't buy that again. And I know some of you go, what? She crazy, I love Bye Bye. No, me and Bye Bye, not for me. The other one that wasn't too bad, actually, the Maybelline Fit. I bought it in 2 colors, and the color makes all the difference in the world, because if you try it at home and it doesn't look good, 9 chances out of 10 you get the wrong color, which is hard because you have to keep going back and buying the right colors. And you can take it back if you're not embarrassed to take things back. This one wasn't really too bad. The Fit, I got this from Bella from Beauty on a Budget. I think she did a review on this. A lot of them I got from Bella. I love Bella. Hi, Bella. But it's okay. It covers okay. I don't think it stays on all day like I want it to. And that's important to me. But it's coverage for like going out or covering fast or somebody's coming to the door. It's a good coverage. The other one that I just did is not too shabby. It's the CoverGirl one. I did a review on this. It's Simply Agents Instant Fix. And when I first got it, I didn't really think that I was going to love it that much. But I do. I really do. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's great coverage, but I think it's really, really good coverage. I'm pleased with this. I think probably the CoverGirl, I probably would repurchase that again. Definitely repurchase it again. The other one that I found that I did not like too, which is a Prep and Prime. It's another one by MAC, and this one here is comes in a little tube like this, and you put it on. I was not impressed by MAC. I don't think it covered my dark circles that great. I was not impressed with MAC. I would not buy it. It's got a funny kind of a sticky texture to it. Not a lover of it at all. And the other one that I love, and it's still, I have the two, and I think that I've narrowed all these down to two of my favorites for mature eyes. I think for me and mature eyes, the two that I think that I right now absolutely love the most, of course, you all know, is the Maybelline Rewind. I don't know what's in this stuff, but this stuff is like magic. It is just, I keep gravitating back to this one because it is very, very, very good coverage. This one here is Sand Sable. And no matter what, that you just roll it up and put it on, and I always pat it in. I do use a beauty blender, but not a whole lot. And I just think, of course I have my powder and everything on, I just think I look like a raccoon even without my glasses, for crying out loud. But I'm just showing you. But I think this one here has a lot of coverage. And I think for mature eyes, this one here fits the bill. Dry combination, this just kind of fits the bill. You'll see a lot of creators on here that they'll put their makeup on, and this always goes on. Rewind is just a fabulous, fabulous product. And I have narrowed all of those down to Age Rewind and my Milani. And I think those are two of my absolute favorites of all. For mature eyes, it stays on your eyes all day. I'm not allergic to anything. It doesn't cake in your fine lines. And depending on your routine, you know, like I say, I pat everything on my eyes. I do use a beauty blender occasionally, but I think the warmth of your hands, you know, just tapping it into your eyes, and then you can, you know, you're able to bring it down so you don't have these raccoon eyes like I have. But it's just for demo for you. Yeah, it's just for demo. I don't have raccoon eyes. So I think that's the two that I narrowed it down to. And like I say, you should test them in the stores if you can. And if you can't test them in the stores, you know, bring it home, wear it for a couple of days, and if you don't like it, bring it back. Because, you know, I've wasted a lot of money because I haven't want to bring them back. And I think that's the key. And, you know, we're all unique. You know, not everybody can wear the same. You know, we see things that some of our creators do. I got recommended the other day. Somebody popped up and I went over and watched her. It was like watching one commercial after another. She had so many products that she was reviewing. I was hyperventilating because I thought, well, should I shut it off or should I go out and buy all this stuff? Because I was like, oh my gosh, just like everything she was put on looked so creamy and it looked so good and it looked so creamy. And I thought, I was like hyperventilating. And I think that's the way we get sometimes. We see people, you know, putting them on and they look so good and you run to the store and you want to look the same. We always want to emulate how like somebody else looks, but you got to think about your own unique self and about what's right for you. If you have bags under your eyes, if you have really dry eyes, if you know, you have crow's feet. I mean, you have to take everything into consideration before you try a concealer. And when you find one that you like, then stick to it. And like I say, always just kind of press it into your, press it in. Don't drag your brush across. Don't, you know, do this. You know, anytime I go backwards. So, you know, eyes that look great, use a figure 8. And I know I got a lot on here, but I'm just trying to show you. But you can see even, I hope, I can't see, up close that I don't have, none of these have stuck into my fine lines. See, I said fine lines. They just kind of stay there. And I personally, I have tried the setting spray solution, or the setting spray trick if you want to try that. And like I say, you just put a little, you put it on your concealer and you get it just where you want it. You let it go for a little bit till it sets. You take some setting spray that you spray on your face, put a little in your hand, on your finger, and you dab it all over your concealer. You wait for that to dry thoroughly and then take a little dusting powder and dust over it. And that sometimes for some of them works really, really well. You can try that depending on your eyes. If they're dry, you know that best. Don't go by what we say. We try to help you. I try to help you pick what's right for our age. But, you have to know how your eyes are too. You have to, you see yourself every day. You know if you have bags. You know if you have crow's feet. You know if you have, a lot of wrinkles under your eyes. You know that best. And you find a concealer that works for you and put it on the right way. Don't drag it across, because dragging it across will just make it stay in the fine lines. Try a couple of techniques, see if it works for you. And if you find yourself in the afternoon, that your concealer is off and you're having to fix yourself up again, switch it out. Find something else that's good for you and take it back to the store. Don't get stuck. I've got stuck with so much. I have hundreds of dollars worth of stuff because I either lose the bill or I don't want to take it back or I forget. It sits in my drawer. So, but I wanted to come on for you today real quick. I didn't do so quick. I'm going to try to cut this. I don't know how. So I talked to you a little bit about concealers and for your mature eyes. So I hope that helped. And I hope maybe you'll try those couple that I showed you. Maybe you have tried the other ones and you love them, and that's fine. That's what we're here for, to show you different options and what you think goes for your skin type, because, we're all unique and we all have our own skin type. So until next time, I love you guys. Thanks so much for sticking through me and watching this, and see you again real soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye. I love you. Bye.